So it is Wednesday and I am just after parking at the place where we're having our breastfeeding class. So it's been, I've been much better this week about relaxing, taking things easy. I took actually a half day from the company I work with today, so I wasn't rushing too much. So this class is from 5 till 9. Long, but I'm actually really looking forward to it, and Alan's in there waiting for me having a cup of tea. I'm not sure if he's looking forward to it as much though, but I think I like being prepared, so we'll see how that goes.
For those of you that don't know me, my name is Claire Boyle. I'm a midwife and a lactation consultant. I'm a midwife for a long time, over 20 years. We have pretty much lost our breastfeeding culture. We have the lowest breastfeeding rates in Europe, and what happens is that women go into the hospital and go, I want to breastfeed, and then suddenly afterwards they realise that it's actually a learned skill and it's something that you actually need to know something about. So today for me is about empowering you so that you'll be confident. To start, what I want to do, just to kind of get the ball rolling a little bit, is for you to tell me what it is, why you want to breastfeed. What is it that makes you want to breastfeed? What's kind of making you want to be here and do that?
Totally natural.
Yeah. It is natural, but it is a learned skill as well. So one way of thinking about it is walking is natural, okay? But as a two-year-old, we need to learn how to do it, and we fall down a few times. So this idea of it being a learned skill, we're actually meant to learn it watching our mothers and our aunties and our cousins and our sisters doing it, but because we don't have a breastfeeding culture in Ireland, a lot of us don't have that, and some of you might be the first in your family to breastfeed, and that's actually quite a lot of pressure to be the first one in the family, because there is a little bit of a, who does she think she is? You know, we don't breastfeed in this family. So just to be aware of that, and to be aware that that does play into things, especially afterwards. And what I say to mamas is for you to be kind to yourself while you're learning the skill of breastfeeding. The first 2 to 6 weeks, it's fairly intensive. But, just like when you were learning to drive a car, that took me longer than 6 weeks to learn to drive a car, okay? So that's what it is. The ultimate goal is convenience and ease and so on and so forth. It's the same with the breastfeeding. So for you to know that you are going to feel a little bit overwhelmed in the early days, but you're going to get there. And if you're not, I'm here to help you. So be under absolutely no illusions to the superiority of your milk. All right? It's not to put pressure on you. It's to let you know what a fantastic substance you have to give your baby, because if you're having problems, they need something to hang on to. Your baby is expecting, your baby's body, your baby's intestinal system is expecting to receive human milk after the birth. It's expecting to receive colostrum and it's expecting to receive your milk. Okay, so your baby's intestines are not fully mature, and your breast milk is going to help mature your baby's intestines, also mature your baby's immune system. Babies who've been breastfed exclusively for 6 months, their thymus gland, which is a really important part of the immune system, is 50% larger than a baby who wasn't breastfed. In Australia, where they have a very strong breastfeeding ethos, if women, in some health authorities, if women choose to formula feed, they need to sign a consent form in the hospital to say that they understand the risks of formula feeding. So instead of talking about the benefits of breastfeeding, we should be talking about the risks of formula feeding. If you're having problems, get help early. And you actually need to get skilled breastfeeding help, which now you know that's okay. But skilled breastfeeding help, unfortunately, at the moment in Ireland, means a lactation consultant. The way I teach the class is breastfeeding mothers have 4 main questions. Baby pops out, and this is what comes into her head. How do I know my baby's on the breast correctly? How do I know my baby's getting enough milk? How often will my baby need to feed, and how long will each feed be? And do I have enough milk for my baby? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one of those questions, and we're going to delve into them, and I'm going to explain the answers to you in a way that will explain breastfeeding, but also I'm going to explain the answers to you so that you understand why the answer is the way it is. Because one of the problems we have with breastfeeding in Ireland is people say things, and there's like, that doesn't make sense. Why have they said that? They make, you know, pronouncements. Oh, well, your baby's not getting enough milk, or you've got a hungry baby, or your body's not producing enough milk. And it's like, that doesn't make biological sense. So I'm going to try and make this make sense to you. This baby latched onto the breast. And tell me, you describe to me what you see. When you look at those lips, describe it to me.
Lips are parted.
Yeah, they're nice and wide, aren't they? Yeah. What else do you see?
They're kind of pushed back.
They're kind of folded back, yeah. So we call that flanged out. That's the technical term for it. And this is what we call a wide latch. Okay, that's a nice wide latch. So that baby has come to the breast with his mouth wide open like this. Ah. Okay, he hasn't come to the breast like this. He's come to the breast with his mouth wide open. And what that has allowed him to do is to get the nipple back here. All right? We want the nipple to be right at the back of the baby's mouth so that it won't be compressed or squished or damaged. The tongue comes forward over the lower gum, like that, and that's what folds out the lower gum, the lower lip, and it draws the nipple right to the back. The tongue works in a wave-like motion, creates a pocket of negative pressure. You're going to see this in a film clip. Creates a pocket of negative pressure, and the milk pours in. The baby doesn't go chew, 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 chew. The baby goes like this. His mouth is wide open, and he does gentle jaw movements like this, and the tongue is doing all the work. All right? When the nipple is right at the back of the baby's mouth, it is not going to be damaged. It is not going to hurt. All the mother is going to feel is a gentle tugging sensation, a gentle pulling sensation.